As head of sustainable responsible investment at LODH, you're very much concerned about making best use of the right information. How do you achieve that?
In our investment decision, yes, of course. Well, we achieve that is a long process. We start 10 years ago, really to realize that sustainability aspects like social, environmental and governance have a real impact on financial performance of stocks and for market performance. At that time, we decided it was time to integrate this type of intangible or extra financial elements in our evaluation models and our fundamental analysis. And we started in the in the research department to look at this dimension, and after a while, just to integrate all these extra financial elements in our traditional financial tools. And now it's a complete integrated process. And for all company we analyzed, we have now a triple bottom line analysis that is completed, is done, and come out with recommendations.
And you mentioned in your workshop yesterday that terminology and transparency are very important words. Why that? Do you have any negative example you can give us?
About terminology, I would say that we disagree. I think the financial world don't understand in the same way what do we mean by sustainability. Because long time ago, it was more an ethical approach. So people were just deciding not to invest in certain sectors, certain companies, because they considered they were not ethical. And from that time, there is a big move trying to integrate other aspects in the traditional way to analyze company. But there was this move, and still now people considering sustainability are ethical approach or just pure environmental approach or just pure, exclusions. And that's make a big mess about what do we understand like a sustainable investment. And I think the methods still now are very different in each company, in each investment asset manager. So that's a little bit the problem we have now to face, because there are some people considering that sustainability is doing poor performance. But in fact, the approach is not homogeneous in the market. So you cannot just say it's good or it's bad or it's working or it doesn't work. It's really a process that is coming up. And I think the market is really realizing that it's important today to evaluate these intangibles. And you can evaluate intangible only if you take extra financial elements in your analysis.
As far as the mainstream investor is concerned, can he work with the current assessments?
The what, sorry?
The mainstream investor.
Of course he can. Some banks, I would say now the main street banks are coming and trying to get access to this extra financial. Of course, there is still a lot to do, because this type of information is not yet completely standardized. So it's not easy to reach this type of information, and it's quite complex for people just to define which are the aspects or the criteria which are important. So there is an increasing interest, and we see here in this conference that many important banks or pension funds are trying to come and see how they can build or how they can work with these extra financial elements. So we are in a starting point, but I'm sure that the mainstream will slowly arrive to that conclusion. And if they don't take all the aspects of sustainability, they will certainly focus on some of these criteria, like, for example, the climate change, so the environmental impact for a company, the regulation, the corporate governance, just to be sure that the company is well managed, there is a good governance inside. So all these aspects slowly will enter the fundamental analysis. And that is my view and my conviction.
Thank you very much. Thank you.